So over the last couple of months, I've been getting spammed with ads about these different vibe coding tools. And among those apps I've been getting these ads from include Mocha or Get Mocha, an AI powered app builder for entrepreneurs, and also Base44, which honestly, we've all, if you're tuned into this video right here, we've all probably seen ads for Base44 everywhere. And so I've ultimately bit the bullet and I'm saying that let me give them a try and see what we're able to put together, both with Base 44 and with Mocha. I'm going to go ahead and build out the same of both with Mocha and Base 44. From what I'm seeing, these are platforms that are actually closer to no code platforms than anything. There have been some real crazy success stories with Base 44, especially. I believe a company who got acquired for like millions of dollars through Base 44 in and of itself, from what I understand, was actually vibe coded. The app builder itself was vibe coded, which is very interesting. But I'm going to, because they're marketed to have the back end sort of set up in a more structured way, I'm going to prompt for a CRM to get created and see what Mocha comes up with and what Base 44 comes up with. So I'm going to have to sign into both. All right, so we're in Get Mocha right here. I'm going to click on Create New App and let's see what they got. So they have templates, inspiration here, and then they have prompting tutorials. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and say, I would like to create a CRM for a general service business, something that can be used by entrepreneurs and companies who are in different industries. The aesthetic should be purple and white, and you should be able to move prospects from one stage to the next. And there should be some sort of intake that connects the CRM to a form or somewhere from the outside where the leads come in. Now let's just go with that and see what it gives us. We can also apply this as well to Base 44. And I'm seeing here Base 44 actually has Opus 4.5, which is really good to know. It's the top model for those who are unfamiliar. But we're going to start with Get Mocha, and then we're going to also paste it into Base 44. Your app is being created. Your preview will appear once it's ready. All right, so we've got to finish. I've built Pipeline CRM, a professional service business CRM with purple and white design. The app features a Kanban style pipeline where you can drag prospects between stages. The dashboard displays total pipeline value and includes a public intake form. Accessible at intake that captures leads and automatically adds them to your pipeline. You can click any prospect card to view details, edit information, or delete prospects. Then you close a review. So they show you the code and what is called the diffs, if you will, which is like the changes that happen in the code. And so Base 44 is still going, is still writing. And again, remember, Base 44 uses Opus 4.5. So, well, actually, it says automatically selects the best model. So maybe it's not necessarily using Opus 4.5 right now, but it has all the best models, which is actually really good to know. Opus 4.5, Gemini 3 are both present here. All right, going back to Get Mocha. All right, so it's already built this out. Clearly, Base 44 is taking longer, but I also feel more confident in it because I'm seeing the model that's being used. If we compare the two, Base 44 is clearly a more sophisticated outcome. We have the sort of tab on the left side, and then it also has some dummy data here as well. And you have different tabs here, all leads, lead form. This is cool to see. All right, so it looks like we have frozen here. All right, so now I'm not sure what's going on with this, but okay. All right, so let's test out this add lead section. Let's go. John Doe at gmail.com, 914. All right. John Doe Solutions, deal value, website, qualified, just to get something through. So that adds it in. We have all our leads here. We have this lead form, which you can submit. They should be able to share with people to fill out. And we could try with Get Mocha as well. John Doe Solutions, deal value. Cool. Then we got the intake form for this. All right, we submitted the intake form. Did it come in here? Yep, it came in right here. And you can actually drag and drop. You can drag between the different stages. So this is actually pretty cool. So this is obviously a lot simpler. I also don't know what model pipeline is using. However, it got the job done, though it's a lot simpler, and you are able to make it mobile responsive. And then Base44 is just more loaded, right? If you look at right here, this dashboard overview, which is the dashboard for the platform itself, you can see users, you can see the data, you can see your analytics, you can see if they have an agents aspect where you can create agents. Ask the chat to create an agent for you, describe what agent to have and what it can do. You have an area where you can connect to APIs. So Base44 is maybe it does live up to what the ads have to say. They have an act as user page. Or act as user mode rather, and you can exit that mode, and you can publish pretty easily. So you got a pipeline, you've got a leads form, and you've got the leads. So all in all, I'll say I like the Base44 more. However, I do like the drag and drop from Mocha with Base44. Maybe we can add that in. And they have some suggestions here. So what would it look like to add email integration, automated follow-ups, and the ability to drag the lead status cards from one status to the next. And maybe we actually specifically say Opus 4.5 for this. It's also cool that they are giving you, imagine, a few prompts while you are testing it out, right? Like they don't immediately put the paywall up for it. All right, so what it would look like. I can implement this now, drag and drop, email integration, send template emails through platform, connect your Gmail, automated follow-ups, add drag and drop to the pipeline, what requires backend functions to be enabled, Gmail Outlook integration, automated schedule follow-up, email tracking. I would like to enable and add all of it. At least let's see what it says. All right, so we got here, add drag and drop to the pipeline now and set up the email templates and basic sending functionality. You need to enable backend functions in your app settings, dashboard settings, backend functions. All right, so approve for this installation. So this is if you were in a more traditional IDE, you'd be approving this command to be sent. Then it looks like we're gonna have to go into it says enable backend functions, dashboard settings, backend functions, dashboard settings, app settings, backend. Of course, that's a premium feature. But it's good to know that it can be incorporated. Let's see what, from a UI UX standpoint, what it comes up with. All right, so now we've got the drag and drop. We've got some of the other integrations, although it's not activated within the platform yet because we haven't enabled backend functions, but they have given us templates, email templates, which you can turn on and off, email history. We got that lead form and the pipeline. So we should be able to drag now. We can drag, just still feels a little bit off. I don't like how it's dragging. Like if I want to take Emily Rodriguez to proposal, okay, well, it does work, but it's still kind of a little off. We would have to improve on that. But overall, it does work. And the fact that you can create the back end here, and then likely would have to. So what I would do for something like this is I would connect a developer platform like Resend, where you could send out emails transactionally and for marketing directly from here. So we wouldn't be connecting necessarily to our Gmail, and then we would have the email set up through here. And so you could do some pretty cool transformations with this. You can also connect to GitHub, and so kind of depending on the plan that you are on. So overall, I mean, I'm more impressed by Mocha. Overall, I'm more impressed by Base44, but Mocha does also have what you need clearly. They're not giving you the option to choose the model, however, through Mocha, and that makes a huge difference. And so all in all, my assessment of these vibe coding tools is that they all really, at this point, get the job done, because the models, even if you don't know which model is here, you know that the models overall are all advanced enough. And then being able to combine these different software together. I mean, this is whether you're using a Mocha or you're using a Base44 or you're using a Lovable or you're using a Bolt or you're using a Cursor, like you can get to the destination with all of them. There are different ways to skin a cat, if you will. I would say, honestly, the differentiator really comes down to how much are you paying? You know, like what are you paying for each tool and how much they're paying for the models, and it's really just kind of pick your pick what you want to work with. But all in all, I will say I'm actually impressed with Base 44. Maybe they have something, I have a point to make with all these ads I've been getting, but was happy to test this out. And a lightweight sort of CRM is also clearly something that can be done. And I do believe that this is, I believe one opportunity that exists for people who are interested in this kind of product is thinking niche and thinking regionally. So we have CRMs that exist for specific industries. However, what does it look like to create a real estate CRM for Boston, or a CRM for coaches and consultants for Atlanta, or you know what I mean? Like these sort of very niche industry products is something that vibe coding and this AI assisted development space creates an opportunity for. So that's it. Base 44, get Mocha. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you got a sense of how these platforms work. And I will see you guys on the next one.